Praise Yahuwah, brothers and sisters. Praise the Most High, our King, our Deliverer, the Sovereign One, our Creator, the Ancient of Days, the one who was and He is to come. And we know that before He comes, a lot of things are going to be happening. They've already started. And they've been in the makings for centuries. Because for centuries, it has been considered the last days. The Dismayed lived every day as though he was coming that day. And that's something I think that we don't possess. Or at least I should speak for me, right? I think about it, but to be completely honest, I don't know that I'm living it in such reverence as though he could come back today. And that would make such a difference in our walk, in my walk, if I did. It just seems so reverential to do that. So today I'm going to be reading from Matthew 24, MattiYahu 24. Today is April 7th, 2024. And I don't have to say anything more about that. That just gives you an idea as to where we are. So Matthew 24, MattiYahu 24. And going out, Yahushua went away from the Mikdash, and his Talmidim came near to point out to him the buildings of the Mikdash. And Yahushua said to them, Do you not see all these? Truly I say to you, not one stone shall be left here upon another at all, that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat on the Mount of Olives, the Talmidim came to him separately, saying, Say to us, when shall this be? And what is the sign of your coming and of the end of the age? And Yahushua answered and said to them, Take heed that no one leads you astray. Take heed that no one leads you astray. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am HaMashiach, and they shall lead many astray. And you shall begin to hear of the fightings and reports of fightings. See that you are not troubled, for these things have to take place, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and reign against reign, and there shall be scarcities of food, and deadly diseases, and earthquakes in places. But all these are the beginning of birth pains. Then they shall deliver you up to affliction and kill you, and ye shall be hated by all nations for my name's sake. And then many shall stumble, and they shall deliver up one another, and shall hate one another. And many prophets shall rise up and lead many astray. Many false prophets shall rise up and lead many astray. And because of the increase in lawlessness, the love of many shall become cold. But he who shall have endured to the end shall be saved. And this good news of the reign shall be proclaimed in all the world as a witness to all the nations, and then the end shall come. So then you see the abomination that lays waste, spoken of by Daniel the Nebi, put up in the Mikdash. He who reads, let him know, have revelation and insight. Then let those who are in Yehuda flee to the mountains. Let him who is on the housetop not come down to take whatever out of his house. And let him who is in the field not turn back to get his garments. And woe to them who are pregnant and to those who are nursing children in those days. And pray that your flight does not take place in winter or on the Shabbat. For then there should be great distress, such as has not been since the beginning of the world until this time, no, nor ever shall be. And if those days were not shortened, no flesh would be saved. But for the sake of the chosen ones, those days shall be shortened. If anyone then says to you, Look, here is HaMashiach, or there, do not believe. For false messiahs and false prophets shall rise, and they shall show great signs and wonders, so as to lead astray, if possible, even the chosen ones. See, I have forewarned you. So if they say to you, look, he is in the desert, do not go out. Or look, he is in the inner rooms, do not believe. For as the lightning comes from the east and shines to the west, so also shall the coming of the Ben of Adam be. For wherever the dead body is, there the vultures shall be scattered together, shall be gathered together. And immediately after the distress of those days, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give its light, and the stars shall fall from the Shamayim, and the powers of the Shamayim shall be shaken. And then the sign of the Ben of Adam shall appear in the Shamayim, and then all the tribes of the earth shall mourn, and they shall see the Ben of Adam coming on the clouds of the Shamayim with power and much esteem. And he shall send his messengers with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his chosen ones from the four winds, from one end of the Shamayim to the other. And learn this parable from the fig tree. When its branch has already become tender and put forth leaves, you know that the summer is near. So you also, when you see all these, know that he is near at the doors. Truly I say to you, this generation shall by no means pass away until all this takes place. The Shamayim and the earth shall pass away, but my words shall by no means pass away. But concerning that day and the hour no one knows, not even the messengers of the Shamayim, but my Father only. And as the days of Noah, so also shall the coming of the Ben of Adam be. For as they were in the days before the flood, eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and they didn't know until the flood came and took them all away, so also shall be the coming of the Ben of Adam be. Then two shall be in the field, the one is taken and the one is left. Two shall be grinding at the mill, one is taken and one is left. Watch therefore, for you do not know what hour your Adon, your master, your king, is coming. And know this, that if the master of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched and not allowed his house to be broken into. Because of this, be ready too, for the Ben of Adam is coming at an hour when you do not expect him. Who then is a trustworthy and wise servant, whom his servant put over his household to give them food in season? Baruch is that servant, whom his master having come shall find so doing. Truly I say to you that he shall put him over all his possessions. But if that evil servant says in his heart, my master is delaying his coming, and begins to beat his fellow servants and to eat and drink with the drunkards, the master of that servant shall come on a day when he does not expect it, and at an hour he does not know it, and shall cut him in two and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. In Mark 13, beginning with verse 9, but take heed to yourselves, for they shall deliver you up to councils and to congregations, and you shall be beaten, and you shall be brought before rulers and sovereigns for my sake, and for a witness to them. And the good news has to be proclaimed first to all the nations. And when they lead you away and deliver you up, do not worry beforehand what you are to say. But whatever is given you in that hour, speak that, for it is not you who are speaking, but the Ruach HaKodesh. And brother shall deliver a brother to death, and a father his child. And children shall rise up against parents and shall put them to death. And you shall be hated by all because of my name, but he who shall have endured to the end, he shall be saved. Father his child. Take heed that no man leads you astray. Take heed, watch, and pray, for you do not know when the time is. As a man going abroad, having left his house and given authority to his servants and to each his work, and commanded the doorkeeper to watch. Watch therefore, for you do not know when the master of the house is coming, in the evening or at midnight, or at the crowing of the cock, or in the morning, lest coming suddenly he should find you sleeping. And what I say to you, I say to all, watch. In Luke 21, repeats a lot of what is written in Matthew 24 and in Mark 13. Except this one statement is not in either one of those other chapters, but it is in this one. Possess your lives by your endurance. In King James it says, in your patience you possess your soul. We have got to learn to be patient. Being patient means that we are trusting in Him. We can wait on Him because we know that He doesn't fail. We know He's already told us in Hebrews 13, verse 5 and 6, that He will not in any way leave us without support, but He will be there with us. He's told us so many times that He is not going to abandon us. He told us in Tehillim, let me try to find it, how in the time of scarcity of food, we will, He'll make sure that we eat. So I'm looking for it now as I talk. So Tehillim 33, verse 19, 18. Nope, let me go a little bit further up. Verse 16. The sovereign is not saved by the multitude of an army. A mighty man is not delivered by great strength. A horse is a vain means of safety. Neither does it rescue any by its great power. See, the eye of Yahuwah is on those revering Him, on those waiting for His kindness, to deliver their being from death and to keep them alive during scarcity of food. Our being has longed for Yahuwah. Our help and our shield is He. For our heart rejoices in Him. For we have put our trust in the Kodash name. In His Kodash name, let your kindness, O Yahuwah, be upon us, even as we wait for you. So that was Tehillim 33. And Tehillim 34, it says something along the same line. In verse 7, it says, the messenger of Yahuwah encamps all around those who revere Him and rescues them. O taste and see that Yahuwah is good. Baruch is the man that takes refuge in Him. Revere Yahuwah, you His Kodeshim, for there is no lack to them who revere Him. Young lions have lacked and been hungry, but those who seek Yahuwah lack not any goodness. Come, you children, listen to me. Let me teach you the reverence of Yahuwah. Verse 15. The eyes of Yahuwah are on the righteous, and His ears unto their cry. Verse 13 says, 12 says, 11. Verse 11, come, you children, listen to me. Let me teach you the reverence of Yahuwah. Who is the man who desires life, who loves many days in order to see good? Keep your tongue from evil and your lips from speaking deceit. Turn away from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. Verse 18, Yahuwah is near to the brokenhearted and save those whose spirit is crushed. Many are the evils, the afflictions, things that come our way. Many are they that come towards the righteous, but Yahuwah delivers him out of them all. And then Tehillim 37 has a lot of different verses that are encouraging. Those who wait on Yahuwah, they shall inherit the earth. That's one. Let's see. Verse 19. In the days of scarcity of food, they are satisfied. There's another verse in here that I'm not finding right now, but it says, I have been young, but now I'm old. There it is. I have been young, and now I am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken. He does not abandon us, or his seed begging bread. All day long he is showing favor and lending, and his seed is for a Barakoth. And then there's another verse in here that also says the same thing about scarcity of food, how we will be helped during that time. Verse 39, but the deliverance of righteousness for the righteous is from Yahuwah, their strength in time of distress. And Yahuwah helps them and delivers them. He delivers them from the wicked and saves them because they took refuge in him. So he is our strength in the time of distress. So, I really haven't delved into any of the videos or presentations that were featuring on the things that are supposed to could come from tomorrow. But it's, we know things are going to have to start happening at a greater speed than what they've been. We've been seeing things gradually. And it's amazing now that a little bit more awake and I see these things, I just shake my head that, wow, they, oh my goodness, they really want us to believe certain things. So we know these things are coming. We don't know how, we don't know when. And but what we do need to know is who it is we serve, who it is that we revere, because if we revere him, then we have lots of promises of being kept. And he's going to be with us. He will not abandon us. Even if we're among those who will be taken. Isn't that interesting that the scriptures say that even to congregations, will be brought before congregations or synagogues? So those are people who, nothing changes, does it? That's what happened to the father's Ben, at least that's what is written, that he was taken before them, the synagogue, the leaders. But even if we are, and even if we see ourselves having to lay down our lives, having the opportunity to lay down our lives, he still hasn't left us. He's with us. And we will talk with him, and we will look to him, and we will lean on him. Remember Stephen, as he was being stoned, he looked up and he could see the Ben on the right hand of the Father. And so even if we're going through something like that, we have got to get the mindset to knowing that he has not abandoned us. He has not left us. He is there. We can talk to him. We can sing to him. We can look on his face so that we can stand. So brothers and sisters, our first assignment is not to fear, but to continue to trust him and that we've been chosen. And if we've been chosen, that says something. He's going to be with us. His love surpasses any love we know. He's going to be with us. And another thing too, we can remember the two verses. One is in Isaiah, one is in one of the Corinthians. Says, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard what he's prepared for us. So we just think on those things and love him like he loves us. He's been warning us. He's been trying to get us to that place that even now that we have such a relationship with him that we can stand. And remember Peter, who did know him, walked with him for 3.5 years, was one of his closest ones. He took Peter with him everywhere, Peter, John, and James. And he just knew. He said, though others deny you, I will not. And he was the main one who did. So we have to be working on this relationship so that we can stand. We need to get his word in us so we can be eating on it. He's the bread of life come down from the Shamayim. So we can eat on that bread, the promises that has been given to us. If we can see victory in everything, knowing that we win, and no matter what comes our way, we will stand. We will have patience. And in our patience, we possess our being. And our patience is what's going to allow us to endure to the end and not falter and not throw up our hands and give in to the enemy. Because we know the one whom we serve. And most of all, he knows us. We want him to know us. It's going to be very important that he knows us. And so we got to be in close fellowship with him. So brothers and sisters, be encouraged. We don't know what's going to happen after this day, but we don't know what's going to happen after any day, do we? So we're going to continue to live in belief and trust in the one who has promised to never abandon us. So be encouraged, brothers and sisters. Be encouraged. We are soon going home. It's still a little ways. Still a little ways. Still a little bit more that has to happen. But we're headed there. He said several times, don't be led astray. Don't be led astray. No, don't be deceived. When they start talking about he's here, he's there, don't be deceived. On one of the audios, I was saying for us not to be, definitely don't, when they start talking about any of that stuff, even the miracles that are happening in one of the chapters in Revelation, his own, it says that these wonders are going to be happening in the sky. That's not from Yah, and we already know that's going to be done, so we should not be among those spectating. We'll be someplace. That's what we'll be someplace in our closet, praying, crying out to Yah to keep us, help us to endure till the end, help us to be accounted worthy to escape the things that are coming upon the face of the earth. That's what we'll be doing. We're not running for no sideshows and looking at whatever they're looking at. We can see they're using the skies for all kinds of things. So we're supposed to be aware of what's going on. So let's reach out to him and ask him for his guidance and all this confusions that they have put out there with time. We want to be in the right place. We want to be serving the right one. So until next time, stay encouraged. Remember that we win. We truly win in him. We win in him. Jacoby's name was changed to Yashrael after he hung in there fighting with that messenger. And it's because he called him a prince and something about him pretty much being a fighter, not giving up. And that's how we have to, if we're part of Yashrael, we are fighters. We don't give up. We hold on to him. We cling to him. Musa said at one point in one of the Deuteronomies to cling to him. So we got to cling to Yahuwah. All right, till next time, y'all be encouraged. I just wanted to do this. I have thought about us, and I'm hoping that everyone is doing well and everyone is strong in Yah. Our minds are going to wonder about what's going on. Look at that bridge situation the other day. Okay, that's a whole nother topic. But we don't know. We don't know. Look back, 23 years ago when Planes were all over the place doing damages. Who knew that morning, right? How about, 2 or 3 years, almost 4 years now. It's 4 years now when the other thing hit and no one knew what was going on. And so the next thing that comes, it's going to be from when we're unawares, except that we stay close to him. And the thing is that don't let fear grip us. It may cause us to reel a little bit because it will be a shock to our system, but it should not totally devastate us. We got to get back into our standing position because things are going to be happening. Things are going to be happening. And we here, we don't ever experience what other people in other countries do. There's so many wars in other countries, and we have never had that on our land. So we don't know a lot of things other people have already, even right now, and have been experiencing. So that's what makes it hard for us. We are a soft people. We are very sheltered people, very pampered people. But you know what? We who know his name, we're strong people. We're steadfast people. We are Kodash, set apart people. We are covenant people. So we will stand. Brothers and sisters, I ask y'all to continue to help us to be strong. Wherever we're at, he has strategically placed us in places where we're at, even if we're just the only person. We have to know that he knew what he was doing. And you know what's sad? Like me, I have people in my family who know this way, and yet there's somewhat of an exchange. We don't agree on everything, and that's sad. That's sad that family members, I'm not the only one, I know someone else too, that, it's so, but there's a reason for that too. So we just have to continue to move on, and just hope and pray for each other that we just be strong and we fulfill our assignment. We fulfill our assignment. And if we're always trusting him, we don't question why. We just say, okay, just help me be in the right place at the right time, doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. So that's what I pray for all my brothers, all my sisters, that we be where we're supposed to be, doing what we're supposed to be doing, and keeping our eyes stayed on him so we can make it. So we can honor him with our allegiance. What an honor. That's what we can give back to him. He's done so much for us. It's for us to have an allegiance to him. May he help us. May he strengthen us, for he is our strength. Okay, I am going to close for now. All praises be to him. All praises be to the Most High Yah. Until next time, continue to be encouraged and continue to be encouraged. I love you, brothers and sisters, near and far. Blood related or not, you're my brothers and my sisters because we have the same Father, Yahuwah Alua, the Ancient of Days. We win in Yah. We win in Yah.